Hi, Neal Fox here, creator of the Lucifer series. I've decided to play back the same background sounds as our first Beelzebub technique video, along with much the same kinds of pictures, to create an atmosphere of the here and now. The immediate present is your point of power. Excuse me. Hello?
Hi, is this James Neal Fox of the Lucifer series?
Yeah, that's me, Neal.
Well, James Neal Fox, why are you doing videos about Gurdjieff? It's a bit of a moron.
You think so?
Yes, James Neal Fox, I do. His message is too hidden and convoluted, not worth bothering about at all. Beelzebub's tales to his grandson is boring to read and impossible to get through. So he's probably making whatever he's talking about harder to get at than it's really worth. Don't you agree? Stop laughing. Lo and Tony teach nowing. You're about nowing, aren't you? The immediate present is your point of power, right? So why not spread the word about Paul Lowe and Eckhart Tolle instead of this rubbish about G.I. Gurdjieff?
Oh, I just had to do that. I want to emphasize that the guy, the real life YouTuber that this little skit's based on, wasn't that bad. I didn't block him or anything. Yeah, he even had a valid point or two, but it came with the attitude. So I exaggerate to make a point. Seriously, folks, the Lucifer series has nothing against Lowe or Tolle or any number of other here and now sorts of voices out there. The outreach they create is important. And Oprah Winfrey did the world a favor making this a big mainstream pop spiritual trend. But anybody in the occult counterculture who's worth their salt knows that the energy gets lots more radical than what the bourgeois set can handle. Okay? They like their nowing like they like their instant morning mocha mix. People are like someone who has never known anything but one room of a house. Their ego shell is that little claustrophobic room they've been in ever since they can remember. And they don't even realize there's such a thing as the great outdoors because, let's say, the windows have been shuttered all this time. The alpha wave state that nowing triggers is about discovering that the rest of the house exists and wow, hey, more space to move around in, even different kinds of rooms. Not only that, but look out the window. That's the rest of the world out there. And beyond alpha, the theta wave state that comes of Beelzebub is about actually leaving the house and walking around the yard for a while, even getting in the car and maybe driving around the block or even to your local launch pad for a takeoff for the home planet. Get good enough with it and you'll just beam aboard. I say all this, but I also say that every step of the way, please keep in mind that there's nothing wrong with going back to the room where you started, your bedroom, let's say, and getting a good night's sleep. That's what it's there for. The Lucifer series is Wiccan, basically. Gurdjieff was not Wiccan, but the Lucifer series is a Wiccan approach to Gurdjieff. Not fundamentalist Wiccan, process Wiccan, but either way, Wiccans embrace the seasonal nature of the environment and of consciousness, the cycles, and so to this way of looking at things. The linear pretension going on with a lot of spiritual people, of arriving once and for all at the apex of awareness for all time. This can actually get so forced it's unnatural. The main thing to understand is that, sure, nowing is a process in and of itself for a lot of folks, maybe most folks at this point, which I do respect and completely understand. But in this case, one person's process is another's preparation for yet another process. You learn to swim, then you learn to surf.